So last year, looking back, I made some awesome progress. So this year, I wanted to set myself a few goals. So today's video, I'm just gonna go out, scout a few locations, a few features that I wanna hit. My goal is to hit them this year, but if I don't, it's fine. Something to work towards. So let's go and check them out. If you saw my last video in Pacifica, I made it through the first 4 jumps, I think, on Treeline. I've still got the 3 biggest ones left to do. So let's check them out. This is the first one of the remaining 3 that I have to do. You can see how it gets substantially bigger. I think I could do these, but I think I really need someone to tow me in just so I get the right speed. Then you come to this next one, which is getting even steeper and even bigger. Little tree growing through it. And then you come to the final one before you hit the step up. There's a lot of people doing these online, a lot of local shredders making them look super easy. I have seen that viral video of a local rider, I think his name's Ivan, that absolutely overshot this. So I think it might have been the previous one, but either way, it puts you off hitting them when you see a video like that. Here's another angle of the Treeline jumps. I think this is the biggest one. Could be wrong. It's got a huge landing. This is the little setup jump, the little kicker to set you up for the big step up. Jumps over this log and down into this more natural looking landing. Not sure if I ever want to send this one, to be honest. I think I'd probably bypass it, go to the left, and then hit this little double here, this little gap jump, and then try and send the step up. Well, this is the huge step up in Pacifica. I've hit this a couple of times, but never fully cleaned it. My best attempt, I clipped my back wheel, but looking at it now, maybe a year later, maybe a bit more, seemed a little steeper. Hard to tell, but oh yeah, it's definitely looking a little more steeper, a little more kickier. Quite a substantial gap to get to this, but epic landing, epic running as well. I think I should give this another bash this year, see if I can finally clean it. This is another feature I've been looking at for a while. Seems like it's closed off at the moment for some trail work, and they've made the landing a little bit bigger. To be honest, it was the landing that always put me off, just because of the step up, but I've done bigger drops, so I should be able to do it. Let's take a look. Seems to be a bit of graffiti now, but run up is pretty solid. And here's the gap. As you can see, they're doing some work at the moment, and they look like they've raised the landing. It's maybe a foot or more bigger than it used to be. This next feature behind me is one I've been eyeing up for a little while now. When I first came to Pacifica, I was like, there's no way I'm doing that. But the more and more I ride past it, the more I think it's doable. It's quite steep. I think you can roll it. I think there's a few people that have dropped it, but yeah, let's check it out. I think this is the first time I've really got under it, to be honest. I've always just rode past it. Oh, that's steep. That's super steep. Some gnarly people for dropping that, to be honest. Looks like it's rollable. Maybe that one is for down the line. I think one of my biggest goals this year is to do a full clean run on XXX in Pacifica. I've pieced together most of it. Still got a couple of features that I need to send. There's the doubles in the middle that put me off a little bit. I'm a little hesitant hitting those. I've not really attempted those. And then I've got the final big jump at the bottom I still need to do. I did the 2 jumps before it, after some coaching, but I never sent the biggest one on that day. I should have just tried it, to be honest, but I don't know, I was on a bit of a high and I didn't want to push it. But I think the biggest thing putting me off doing this jump is just this corner here. I always lose some speed on it, but I think it should be okay. As you come round, this is the final jump. It's pretty decent size, but looking back at other jumps I've done, I should be able to do this one. I think the plan would be to spend the day just sessioning all the features and try and piece a full clean run. We're at the second location now, and this is a jump that I've been looking at for a while now. There's a lot of people been hitting it recently online, so let's put it back on my radar. But it's a little canyon jump. I'm not sure how many feet it is, but let's check it out. So here you can see the little canyon. It's more like a little ditch, to be honest, but let's call it a canyon. Sounds more epic, even though it's not. So again, I'm not sure how many feet this is, but it's kind of a small kicker, really. It's a flat landing. And then we have the run up here. I think it's the run up that was been putting me off when I first spotted this jump. It was on my regular bike, but I've been seeing a lot of people hit it on e-bikes, so maybe that's what I'm going to hit it on first, I think, just to get a bit more speed to clear it. But it seems pretty flat. It's just a sender, I think. But there is 2 more jumps just a little further down that I would like to hit after this one. So let's go and check those ones out too. Before we check those other jumps out, let's take a look at the back side of this. Looks a bit more substantial from this side. You can kind of see the little wooden feature. It's like a little wooden board for the kicker. But yeah, it's pretty decent size actually. We're coming up on the next jump. This is straight after that little ditch jump. This one's got some length to it as well. It's not the most maintained jump, but I've seen people sending it recently, so it's still running. That's quite a distance. Downhill landing, so I'm guessing that helps with the distance. And then straight after that, there is the third jump. So let's go and take a look at that one too. And this is the third and final jump of this set. Again, it's another big one. To be honest, I think I will aim to clear the first one and then work up to these ones. I'm not actually sure where this trail goes, so I'm going to go and check that out. See where it leads to. I don't think I've ever been on that one. I always go to the right, so that'll be good to check out. This thing is an absolute monster jump. Trail builders are currently working on it, so it's not rideable at the moment, but it's this massive hip. It hips my way, so I have been looking at it, but I think this is a little bit above my pay grade for now. The run up is absolutely huge as well. Look at the size of that thing. I think the biggest danger for me would be hitting it too fast. But wait till you see the size of the landing. Landing's huge. Here is the monster landing. This thing is steep and big. It's kind of hard to tell on the GoPro, but it comes all the way down here, straight into a big old catch berm with a shark fin. And the shark fin jumps over and then finishes off. And that's another thing I'm not good at, shark fins. Something I need to work at as well. Looking back at my best of video from last year, I noticed I was doing a lot of big jumps and a lot of drops, but no tricks. When I was younger, in my BMX days, I used to be able to do quite a lot of tricks, but I don't really seem to have anything in my trick bag at the moment. So I think that might be one of my biggest goals, is to try and learn a new trick or a couple of tricks. So if you've got any suggestions of any tricks I should try, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you've ridden any of these features in this video, please post a link in the comments below. I'd love to check out your videos and see your awesome sends or fails. Let me know.